I've trained thousands and thousands of people who go from doing nothing to achieving amazing fitness goals. And I've learned that there's 4 mistakes that people make when they try to bring exercise into their life, which often means they fail and give up on exercise altogether. And today, I'm going to teach you those 4 tips. So in my career, I've spent a lot of my focus on how to help those who struggle with exercise bring exercise into their life. So much so I actually brought out my book last year, I Will Make You Passionate About Exercise. And this is designed to help those who aren't exercising bring exercise into their lives. But in dealing with this type of person, I've learned there's 4 key mistakes these people make when they try to bring exercise into their life. Because when we look at, there's kind of a few people when we look at those who struggle with exercise, those who never exercise, or those who have that yo-yo experience, who sometimes exercise and sometimes not exercise, but they don't have that consistent exercise in their experience in their life for the long term. And when we think about these types of people, the thing is, even if they say they hate exercise, they might say, Bevan, I hate exercise, or I hate running, or I hate the gym, or whatever. They've definitely tried. And there's probably a deep down inside themselves, they could probably admit, even though they might self-identify that they hate exercise, they would probably admit that their life would be better if they had exercise in it. And the thing about these people is they've probably tried in the past, and their experience has been a bad experience, which means they've quit and have got that identity that maybe I suck at exercise, or maybe even I hate exercise. So I want to talk to you about the 4 key things that these people get wrong, so that if you want to bring exercise into your life, you have a higher chance of doing it successfully and getting all those amazing benefits of health and fitness in your life. Okay, let's dig into it. Tip number 1. Tip number 1 is they try to do it all by themselves. So over the last 6 months, my book came out, and I've been doing a lot of interviews on podcasts and the media and just lots of interviews talking about the book. And one question I tend to get a lot is, do fitness apps work? Now, it's a bit of a mixed question, because I think for someone who's a regular exerciser, fitness apps do work, because ultimately what most fitness apps are is they're just a program. And if you've got that routine of exercise in your life, then a program just help you achieve the goal that you want to achieve. It's just kind of giving you a pathway based on the framework that you already have. But if you're someone who doesn't have exercise in your life, most fitness apps won't work because they only provide you the program. Now, there probably are apps out there that provide higher level information, but when we think about most fitness apps, you're just downloading a program when you get that app. Now, if you're somebody who's not successful with exercise in your life right now, and you're trying to do it all by yourself by just getting some program or downloading some app or going on Google and just downloading some program, you're going to fail. And why are you going to fail? Well, maybe you won't, but there's a high chance that you're going to fail. Because when you do it by yourself, there's so many things you don't know. And so many things you don't know on both a practical and emotional way. So when you start your journey, often confusion makes you not even start. Like, I know lots of people who have downloaded some app or downloaded some program from the internet and not even done the first day. And it's because confusion paralyzes them from starting. The second thing is, you don't know the hurdles you're going to face along the way. So you might even get that first week or so of your fitness journey, and then you face a massive hurdle. And because you've never faced that hurdle before, you've never known how to overcome that hurdle, and you just end up quitting. So with this in mind, if you want to be successful in bringing exercise into your life, one of the most important things you must do is you must invest in a great mentor or coach or environment to support your growth along the way. Because when you're doing this, what you're doing is you're providing that framework and that knowledge that can help you walk over those hurdles in the easiest way possible. Now, when it comes to choosing a coach or a mentor or an environment, you want to choose somebody who's helped someone just like you. This is so important, because when we think about running, there's people who train marathon runners all the time, and these are great marathon running coaches. And then you have someone like my running business where we train beginner runners all the time. Now, if you're a beginner runner, are you better to go to a marathon coach or someone who's trained lots of beginner runners? And so when you're choosing your mentor or your environment, choose someone who's helped someone just like you. Now, I want to say one more thing in this area here. It's going to cost you money. And there's levels of things that you have to spend money on. Like, if you want to get a personal trainer, that more one-on-one experience, it's going to cost you more. But that's not the only way you can find this. There are groups, there's clubs, there's sporting clubs, there's gyms. There's plenty of options with different price ranges around this, but it'll be the greatest investment you can do to guarantee success if you don't do it by yourself and you build a team of people around you who have helped people like you be successful. The second biggest mistake people make is they get the wrong pathway. And what do I mean by this? Well, I think one of the most important things we need to do in any growth journey in life is to do an assessment of where am I right now. So the question of where am I right now needs to explore a few things, like where are you physically right now in your life? And also when we think about exercise, where are you mentally with exercise right now? Because if we don't understand where that is, we can choose the wrong pathway, which will lead to us feeling like a failure. And let's just go back to that running example. A lot of people will try to download some running program that's well ahead of their current ability. So from day one, it's too hard, it's unenjoyable, and it often just makes people feel like they're failing, so they quit. Now the problem there was they chose the wrong pathway. And so what we've got to do is we've got to do a really good assessment of where are you right now, both physically and mentally when you think about your fitness ability. And then what you want to do is you're going to go, okay, where's my growth and what's the right pathway for my growth right now? Now the growth journey should be a small stretch forward based on where you are right now. So if you're doing no exercise in your life, a good growth journey in your first 2 or 3 months would be getting the routine of easy exercise into your life. That might be doing 3 to 4 30-minute easy walks a week for the next 6 to 8 weeks. That's a really good growth challenge, which you can set a good pathway up to help you be successful. Now, going back to point number 1, having great mentors around you will help you able to design your pathway and help understand what's the right lessons you need to walk down as you move down this pathway in your journey. So if you want to bring exercise into your life, do that self-assessment of where am I right now, and then find the wisest pathway that's going to teach you both physically and mentally how to be successful along the way working with your mentors. Tip number 3, and this is a really important tip, and it kind of blows my mind because a lot of people when they try to bring exercise into their life, all they focus on is the programming. Going back to what I said before, they try to find some app, they try to download some program from Google, but actually alongside mentors, another thing that you really need that's really important is you need motivational tools. Because if you're bringing exercise into your life, you're asking yourself to be a version of yourself that you currently aren't. And with great mentors and good pathways, we can set up the right direction for you to head in. But there are going to be moments that you're going to have to do things you're not currently doing. And if you go into this blindsided, you're going to run into a wall at full speed, fall over, and often end up quitting. So in designing your plan to bring exercise into your life, you actually want to learn and implement amazing motivational tools. Because the key to success in any growth journey is consistency and adherence to the program that you have. Consistency and adherence to the program that you have along the way. But in any growth journey, there's going to be moments where you don't want to do the thing. Where you don't want to go out to the side and go for your run today, or you don't want to go to the gym, or you're busy at work and you don't want to go to do your workout after work. We all face those moments. Successful exercisers have the motivational tools to be able to act in those moments. So if you want to bring exercise into your life, a part of your planning and bringing exercise into life is to learn some motivational tools that you'll be able to practice and apply them as you work through your journey. Like as someone who's been a regular exerciser for years and years in my life, I know when I'm struggling, the tools I need to put in place to make sure I do the work. And if you're not exercising, you probably don't know them right now. So part of your job is to learn the motivational tools and then to practice them as you're moving through your journey. Now again, environment, coaches, mentors, other people around you, these are all great ways to do this, but even just doing some research and on a YouTube or stuff like that around motivation tools for exercise would be a really good use of your time. Tip number 4, and this may be the most important tip, it is you must make a decision to make change. The problem for those who struggle with exercise and even say they hate exercise is they say, I'll do it tomorrow. I'm going to start exercising, but I'll wait till 2 months from now because right now I'm busy at work, or I'm going away on holiday, so when I get back from holiday, or my kids are really busy at school right now and they need me around, so I'm just going to make sure that I'll get that on top of that, and then in a couple months from now I'll start my exercise. Here's the thing. Do you think your life will be less busy in 2 months from now? And for most of us, the answer is no. And a part of your bringing exercise into your life, a part of that journey is you learning how to prioritize exercise into your life. Like when you think about the people in your world that are regular exercisers, do they have busy lives? Do they have family? Do they have career? Do they have ambitions? Do they do a lot of their time? But they still fit exercise into their life. And I guarantee these people do, but they still fit it in. And the difference between you, if you're not exercising, and those people is they prioritize exercise into their lives. And a part of your journey of being a long-term consistent exerciser is to learn how to prioritize exercise in your life. But that will only happen if you decide to make a change today. Like seriously, it will only happen if you decide to make a change today. Now, when you decide to make a change, you've got to find good mentors. You've got to find a good pathway. You've got to put those motivational tools in place. But if you do that and you make a decision to make change, then in a very short period of time, you're going to be starting to create a different version of yourself. And within a couple months from now, you'll be a version of yourself and you'll be achieving things that will be blowing your mind away, and you're becoming a healthier, fitter version of yourself. And ultimately learning how to prioritize exercise in your life. If you're watching this and you want to bring exercise into your life, you must apply these 4 tips. Again, what are the tips? First of all, don't do it alone. Get a team of people around you that's going to support you in the wisest way possible. Secondly, find a pathway that understands where you are right now and then wisely guide you to teach you the physical and mental lessons you need to learn. Tip number 3 is you must get those motivational tools in place. And then tip number 4 is make a commitment today. If you're watching this video right now, make the commitment now. Go, I'm going to make a commitment right and spend some time today making change in your life. Because if you can do this, there's a version of you that can be fitter, that can be healthier, that can be achieving things you never thought possible, that can have more energy and can have health and fitness in your life. Now, always at the end of my videos, I do a quick plug of my book, but because today's topic's a lot about this, my book is called I Will Make You Passionate About Exercise, and this is a pathway that takes you from where you are right now to bringing exercise into your life for long term. If you want to check it out, go to www.passionaboutexercise.com. It's going to be a quick video, plugging that in a second Anyway, do the work, become somebody who loves exercise in your life, and I tell you what, it'll be the best decision you make in your life. If you enjoy my videos and you're not exercising, or you know somebody in your life who really struggles with exercise, I've got to recommend my new book, I Will Make You Passionate About Exercise. The purpose of this book is to take those who struggle with exercise from where they are to cementing the foundation that creates a lifetime love of exercise. It has all the steps, it has a plan, it has a journey that you go through that safely and wisely guides you to bringing exercise in your life in the most successful way possible. To get the book, go to www.passionaboutexercise.com. It will be the best thing you can do for your health and fitness. Get the book right now and you'll be seeing massive change in your health and fitness in a very short period of time.